What's up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Kizzy Show, where we talk about what you want to hear. My name's JD Kazaya, and thank you so much for spending your Saturday morning watching our show. Silas will be on later in the show to do some college football picks for week number 9. We have an awesome lineup for you. We're talking a lot of football because we are at the peak of the season, the regular season. It's getting real. Stuff is happening. We're talking about coaches getting fired, coaches getting hired, i.e. interims like UAB. We're going to talk about that later. But first, we're currently filming this on October 23rd. That is Thursday. Saturday, that'll be 2 days. 23 plus 2 is 25. Arab high school education right there. That's 6 days. I almost said 5. 6 days until one of the biggest holidays, that's the word, on the calendar, Halloween. So let's talk some Halloween. This may come across as a hot take, but I believe Halloween is the most overrated holiday of all time. The most overrated. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad holiday. It's a good holiday. I enjoy Halloween. I personally like Halloween. However, it's so overrated. I mean, you got the people out here hyping up Halloween like it's Christmas level. First of all, Halloween is not in the same stratosphere as Christmas. Like, it is not even close. Not even close. Christmas is number one by a long shot. Okay? Here's the thing for Christmas. You get like 2 weeks off of school. Halloween, do you know how much time off you get for Halloween? 0 days. 0 days. Unless your fall break just happens to be on Halloween weekend, which it is for some people, but that's just a coincidence. That's not scheduled. Christmas, that break is scheduled every single year. Also, Halloween is nowhere near as good as Thanksgiving either. Now that...
Okay.
Cameraman Wesley does not like that take. I'm a huge fan of Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving is the most underrated holiday of all time. First of all, you get a whole week off of school. All right. Who doesn't love that? Also, who doesn't love Thanksgiving food? I mean, easily the best food of the year. I mean, incredible. The weather's always usually very nice. Sometimes Halloween down here in the South, it's like 90 degrees. Thanksgiving, it's usually always very brisk. And, I mean, Thanksgiving far trumps Halloween.
It's just a Christmas warm-up. I mean, like, you only like Thanksgiving because, like, it's close to Christmas. So that's when the Christmas...
In case y'all couldn't hear, Wesley just said Thanksgiving is a Christmas warm-up. Bro, yes. However, it's a great warm-up. I mean, it's also a central part of American history. I mean, talking about the Pilgrims coming over, settling the colonies with the Indians. Hey, that's history right there, buddy. Also, another holiday that's better than Halloween, Easter, for obvious reasons, celebrating the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. I mean, the whole kind of Easter week, I count as one holiday, just because monumental, probably number 2 behind Christmas on my list of holidays. Another holiday that's better than Halloween, 4th of July. Now, this may be where y'all start to click away from the video, but 4th of July is way better than Halloween. I'm just going to be completely honest. I mean, out there barbecuing, shooting off fireworks. I mean, trick-or-treating is for kids. I'm just going to be honest. Y'all, if you're over the age of 14 and you're still trick-or-treating, I mean, really? Like, come on now. But shooting off fireworks, going out on the lake, barbecuing, grilling, whatever you want to do, sizzling up hamburgers and hot dogs, man, you could be 94 and you're still old enough to do that. You're probably too old to be doing that. If you're 94 and you're popping 90s on the jet ski, you may want to calm down. Calm down a little bit. But anyways, Halloween is severely overrated. I know, as you all heard from earlier, our cameraman Wesley Aziz is a huge fan of Halloween. So, Wesley, do you agree or disagree with my take about Halloween?
I get saying Halloween's overrated. It's understandable, but the memories from being a kid trick-or-treating, I hold dear to my heart, like the rich neighborhoods. Like, you're lying. People are lying so hard, and this is a fact. You are lying. If you say you don't get the least bit excited, like you're saying you don't feel anything when you walk into a store after it's been hot all year round and you're fine, and you walk into a store and you see the Halloween decorations up, that you don't feel any like joy from that at all.
Honestly, no.
Like you're lying. Like you don't feel any like not even like fall's almost here. You know, nothing. You don't even.
Respectable counter argument right there. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
No, I'm not done.
You're not done. Oh, hey, my bad.
Also, just the Halloween vibe. You know what I mean? Like spooky season. Like I'm not even getting to the whole stupid pagan debate because I think that's stupid. Like that.
We're not talking about that.
We're not. Anyways, but. Just the creepy, I love the vibe of Halloween, you know, just the fog machines and the decorations in people's yard, you know what I mean? Like walking into Spirit Halloween and the stupid, the things jump out at you and, you know, just like the whole vibe of Halloween is just enjoyable.
Okay. Thank you, Wesley. Very good counter argument. All right. That's enough. All right. Let us know what you think, guys, viewers watching, whether you agree or disagree with our takes. Comment below, let us know. And while you're at it, please like and subscribe to the channel so that way you don't miss any new episodes. We would love to keep this show for free, but unfortunately, if nobody watches and nobody subscribes, eventually we may start charging money for it, and you can't get this awesome content for free, and that would make me cry. So, let's get into talking some college football. To serve as a nice little transition from our last topic and talking about football, this is a little clip from, nope, not yet, from WBTV.com in Charlotte, North Carolina. Some dude, he has some pretty elite Halloween decorations here. And as we all know, Bill Belichick is currently coaching the North Carolina Tar Heels. And they're currently as what many expert analysts would call hot butt cheeks. And so this guy pretty much, his lawn decorations are of Coach Belichick and his girlfriend, who's slightly younger than he is. Just slightly, yeah. They have some goofy Instagram pictures, and this guy, he has him a skeleton. So I thought that was really funny. Oh yeah, this one's my favorite. But yeah. And as we all know, Coach Belichick could possibly be on the hot seat this year, and he could end up like another coach I'm going to talk about right now. Florida, as you all saw probably, they fired their coach, Billy Napier, last week. And honestly, it was a move that was pretty expected. Unlike James Franklin, I think they gave Billy just enough time because, I mean, he just really couldn't get it done. He had some great talent surrounded by some great facilities, good athletic director, plenty of recruiting area. I mean, the state of Florida is probably the biggest state of just talent, high school talent that can play at the college level. He just couldn't get it done in the SEC, so now Florida's got to find a new guy. I mean, everybody down there is screaming for Lane Kiffin. Are they going to get Lane Kiffin? Probably not, because if I'm Lane Kiffin, why would I leave a proven commodity like I have in Oxford to go take a risk at Florida? I wouldn't do that if I was Coach Kiffin. But it'll be interesting to see who they get and who can bring Florida back to its glory days in that, like they had with Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow. Maybe Urban Meyer back. I don't know. That'd be kind of goofy. Anyways, let's talk about some games from last week, starting with one that happened right here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Man, ooh. Third Saturday in October does not get much better than this. I mean, a game that could have been a lot closer had it not been for a 99-yard pick six from Xavier Brown to close out halftime. Like, somebody told me that was the loudest play in the history of Bryant-Denny Stadium. And, I mean, with good reason. A absolutely plutonic momentum shift. This answered probably my biggest question about Alabama is, can Alabama endure this SEC gauntlet? And so far, that answer has been a resounding yes. They did not only just beat Tennessee, they pummeled Tennessee. And one thing I love to see from the Tide is that every time Tennessee would kind of claw back into the game, really make it a little competitive, Alabama would answer right back. Tennessee scores, guess what? Bama scores. They would answer Tennessee's answer. That probably made no sense. But you know what I mean. Y'all probably watched the game. And I mean, like I said last week, I hate Tennessee. It's always good to clap Tennessee. Smug if you got them. Roll Tide. Huge win for Bama right there. An equally huge win was the other huge SEC matchup. Well, actually, I say that, but there was another ranked-on-ranked SEC. Every game in the SEC is huge. Every game this year in the SEC is huge. I don't care if you're playing Arkansas or Kentucky. It's going to be huge because the SEC is the best conference in college football. If you disagree with that, with all due respect, you're just wrong. But every game, especially at the top of the SEC, is huge. Let's talk about Georgia. Huge statement. I mean, how long can they keep doing this? How long can they just let teams get so far ahead and then they just come all the way back? We saw they couldn't quite do that against Alabama, but my goodness. They did it again with Ole Miss. A very slow start, crazy finish, 17-0 fourth quarter on the Rebels. Ole Miss had 13 yards in the fourth quarter. So if Georgia can play fourth quarters like that, they will be very hard to beat for the rest of the year. The problem is they need to play whole games like that. They can't just save it all for the fourth quarter. They have to play whole games at that championship level. And I will say, although they lost the game, Ole Miss proved to me that they can hang with the top teams in the SEC. They proved they are legit this year. And you can say all you want about them choking and letting this one slip away, but this loss proved more to me than all their other wins so far this year. Ole Miss is legit, and they're definitely a team you should not be sleeping on in the SEC this year. Let's jump over to the ACC. This one happened a few hours after we were done filming the Kizzy show last Friday. I wish we would have waited because we could have talked about this game, but the Louisville Cardinals put America on notice, and the ACC is wide open this year. This game showed the ACC is wide open, much like the Big 12, but with better teams. I mean, Louisville is a playoff level team. That's something the new playoff has redefined what a playoff team is. Because if Louisville can get to Charlotte and they win that game, they go to the playoff. Or if they run the table, and even if they lose in Charlotte, we saw what SMU did last year. They can sneak into the playoff as well. So Louisville put America on notice. I said last week, or I think I said this on my student section sports show, which is on the radio on WVUA FM every Friday night at 7 p.m. I'm going to start recording that on video, and we'll put it here on the Kizzy Show channel. So if you want to check that out, me and my good friends Devin and Josh run it on 90.7 The Capstone every Friday. Anyways, back to the game. Louisville showed that they can hang with top-level teams like Miami. Put America on notice for sure. And Miami, this is part of playing in the ACC. You have to win against the sneaky teams. The ACC is full of sneaky teams that they're not like elite, but they're good. And if you sleep on them, they're going to slap you in the face. You can ask Clemson. I mean, this is a conference that's been dominated by Clemson for the past decade plus, nearly 15 years. But every year, Clemson would always lose to one of these ACC teams. They would sneak up on them and bang, get them. And so Miami, they have to learn how to beat these teams. And it just shows, like what I just said, the ACC is low-key kind of full of playoff teams, which is crazy to say. Let's talk a little group of five. Let's talk a little UAB football. After firing their coach, Trent Dilfer, they knocked off another playoff team. I feel like I'm overusing that term, but legitimately, these are all playoff teams we've been talking about. Memphis was probably the front runner to get that group of five spot in the playoff. And they go to Birmingham to protect the stadium, and they lose to a Blazers team that just fired their coach. Honestly, that firing, I feel like it really motivated the team. I was talking with some people who are very close with the UAB football program and said all the guys were really emotional. And they went out there and they won that game for Coach Dilfer. And one thing I love, the interim coach, first thing he did after they won was he gave a shout out to Trent Dilfer. So really respect that. Not only that, they had a backup quarterback. They didn't just have a new interim coach. They had a backup quarterback, and they beat a playoff team like Memphis. So I feel like this game says more about Memphis than UAB. I mean, because watching the game, I mean, Memphis played really sloppy football out there, especially the last goal line sequence. I mean, they had it was 4 or 5 penalties in a row. I hope I overshot that number. It may have only been 3, but still, absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely unacceptable for a team of this caliber. A team coached this well, team with this much talent, unacceptable. And it emphasizes this point right here. The state of Alabama owns the state of Tennessee. I mean, it don't matter if it's the Tide. It don't matter if it's the Blazers. Alabama owns Tennessee. So, that was our recap for Week 8. Now, we're going to jump forward about a day, and Silas and I are going to pick Week 9. So, here we go. All right, so now it's time for our Week 9 picks. Welcome back, Silas.
Yes, thank you.
That's right. How was homecoming today?
I mean, it was pretty fun. We had a half day. Don't even have a first period, so I was there for about an hour and a half.
An hour and a half of school.
Yeah, and it was fun.
That's private school education right there.
That's
All right,
yeah.
Let's see if that pays off in our Week 9 picks, because it's been a little seismic shift in our little standings so far.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
First game, we got Death Valley at night down in Baton Rouge. The number 3 and undefeated Texas A&M Aggies roll in to take on the LSU Tigers. This is a SEC matchup, like we said yesterday. It feels like every game in the SEC is a huge game. Let's see, A&M's favored by 2.5. Silas, who you got in this game?
JD, I don't think this game's going to be close. I think A&M is going to absolutely destroy LSU. They played rough last week. I think A&M's got it. I mean, Vandy, I think A&M's a way better team than Vandy. I don't think this game's going to be close.
Yeah, so you know what? I mean, A&M really has kind of been skating by all year. All the games been a little close, a little 1-point win against Notre Dame. Now, Notre Dame's a good team, really good team, probably a playoff team.
I think they're a playoff team.
Yeah.
They're 2-loss team. I think they get the playoffs.
Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Valid pick. But you know who's not a playoff team? Arkansas.
You're right.
And
Arkansas
they only beat them by 3.
That's true.
I just feel like A&M's due to lose a game. And, I mean, LSU this is a must-win game for sure for them. We're talking not just their playoff chances, but if Brian Kelly wants to keep his job,
Yeah, you're right.
he has to win this game. And desperation always gives teams a little bit of an edge. Plus, it's at home, Death Valley, at night. This will be the harshest environment A&M's walked into. Probably the best defense they played all year. LSU's offense is pretty buns, but I think they do just enough, and LSU beats A&M.
All right.
Yeah.
I think Marcel Reed, he has that clutch value. In LSU, I think they find a way to win games. I think they got it.
LSU finds a way to
No,
win.
A&M finds
okay,
a way
all
to
right.
win
Yeah.
games.
Okay, all right. Next game, another SEC matchup. I mean, it's kind of crazy. This is a top 15 little showdown in Nashville. The Missouri Tigers taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores. I mean, these are two teams that have been notorious for being bunsy. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, SEC. But now these are both teams that have a shot at the playoff.
Yeah.
Silas, who wins the game?
I got Vandy, JD. I mean, both of these teams, they play Alabama pretty well. But at Vandy, 230. I mean, they're not the greatest home field advantage, but I just think they're moving. They play tough. They play hard. I think Vandy's got Missouri, and they cover.
Vandy wins and covers. I'm going to agree with you, Silas. Watching Missouri, they really haven't beaten anybody of elite caliber yet. I mean, they only lost by 3 points to Alabama, and they beat Auburn last week. But if you really watch that Auburn game, you see their offense was very sloppy. Bo Prabula, their quarterback, I mean, he's honestly not that good. He's not that good of a passer. I mean, he can run really well. Throwing the ball is really sloppy. And Auburn had 3 missed field goals.
Yep, they did.
In a game went into double overtime. So Missouri should have lost to Auburn.
Yes. So 4 other teams should have lost to Auburn. But
That's facts, yeah. War Eagle, they find ways to lose.
They do finally still lose.
That's what's up. But, I mean, like you said, Vanderbilt's offense, they've just been rolling. And I mean, something feels special about Vandy this year. They just have that edge. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for real, yeah. So, we both got Vandy. All right. Another ranked SEC. SEC. Man, all you Yankees out here who love the Big Ten,
grow up.
That's right, yeah. It's pretty obvious it's the best conference.
Yes, it's not even close.
Not even close. Okay. Ole Miss rolling into Norman, Oklahoma to take on Brent Venables, John Napier, and the Sooners. Oklahoma is actually favored. I know we were talking off camera about this before, but I mean,
I just don't see it, JD. I really don't. It's at Oklahoma. Maybe that's why. But, I mean, Ole Miss is just the better team in my opinion. Oklahoma looked rough. John Napier, he did not play well. I mean, Ole Miss played Georgia tough. I think Ole Miss is going to win this game and probably by a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. I said this earlier in the show, but Ole Miss kind of proved more in that loss against Georgia than they had in their other wins. Because you know what? They can hang with elite teams like Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, did they kind of choke the game in the fourth quarter? Yes. But that's just how Georgia plays. Yeah. So I agree with you. Ole Miss is just the better team.
Yeah,
here.
they are.
Like, I mean, Oklahoma has a great defense, but like you said, their offense.
Yeah, it's just...
Can't trust Oklahoma. So Ole Miss, and I agree with you, Ole Miss covers. So our final game, we're going to the group of 5. This is a little interesting game here. This is a potential deciding game for a playoff spot between USF, whose only loss is to Miami, who's not number 2 anymore. They used to be number 2. And then Memphis, who lost last week to UAB. Talked about that earlier. So, Silas, I mean, how do you see this game going?
JD, I'm not going to lie. I've watched 2 South Florida games, 0 Memphis games.
That's what's up.
All right. But I did see Memphis lose to UAB last. I didn't see how the game went. I just saw the score, and I don't think they just got a new coach. UAB did, but I don't think UAB's that great of a team.
Yeah.
South Florida has beat 2 ranked SEC teams and only lost to Miami. I think South Florida wins this and covers.
Okay, I am going to agree with you right here because I also did not watch the game, but I went and watched the highlights for Memphis and UAB. And Memphis, their defense, they got torched by UAB's backup quarterback. I don't know if you knew that, but UAB, they were just playing with a new coach. They had a new quarterback in the game. Also, Memphis starting quarterback, Brendan Lewis, he got hurt in the game, so he may not play in this game. And if he does, he's not going to be 100%. So that's not good. And the last goal line sequence for that game for UAB, I mean, they had like 3 or 4 penalties. It was you can't just play that sloppy.
Yeah.
You saw that?
I did see that.
Okay. I mean, you cannot play that sloppy and expect to beat teams. Now, this game was really a really kind of toss-up because now Memphis is kind of in must-win mode. Maybe that UAB loss is what they needed, but I trust South Florida. And like you said, I mean, they only lost Miami. They beat Florida. Yeah. They beat some other really good teams. So, South Florida, I think, wins the game. And so, those are our picks straight up. We agree, except for LSU and Texas A&M right now. JD is at 16-12, Silas at 500, 14-14. Earlier in the year, I said don't bet on what we're saying. Now I'm saying if you're betting, you may want to go with what we're doing. I think we're getting into expert territory.
Yeah, we're close.
We're close. We're close. Excuse me. Against the spread. Yeah, Silas kind of tanking a little bit. That's tragic. I'm somehow above 500. I don't know. Start out 1-7. So, but yeah, if you're betting, do what we tell you to because we know what's up.
That's right.
Obviously,
yeah,
that's right. What we crank out 15 views an episode.
15 bet. Those 15 people. If y'all bet, you win money.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, just the LSU A&M. All right. Well, that'll do it. Wrapping up another episode of the Kizzy Show. Silas, got any closing thoughts for the fans?
So once again, everyone, have fun watching football this weekend. Roll Tide. Not another big one this week. God bless. That's right. Also, I'm not getting paid to say this. I wish Jimmy John's would pay me to say this, but we have these new pickle sandwiches. They are back. They're back. A lot of people. I actually had like 5 people walk into the store yesterday. They're like, "Are the pickle sandwiches back?" Yeah. And we were like, "No, they come back tomorrow." Yeah. But they're back now. Which is today. That's today. Yes. Which, if they're watching Saturday, it's a day after. Yes, exactly. So, they're already out. Yes, they're out. Go get you one. Get you one. They are hard to make, though, JD. They're rough to make. But they don't need to know that. No, they don't. So, just order them. They're real good. Get some pickled chips with it. Double down. Can't have too much pickle. That's what we always say. That's right. As always, Roll Tide. God bless. Y'all have a great Saturday.